Hello there, and welcome to my new show, Scary Stories with Bob, the series where you join me as I tell you all scary stories. So please, make yourself comfortable, relax, enjoy yourself, and maybe perhaps if you're brave enough, maybe even turn the light out, and let's get ready to get our scare on. The stories that I'm going to start off with are actually from a 3-book series that I myself actually grew up reading and that I am still to this day a fan of, and I wanted to share them all with you. Some of you may or may not be familiar with these books. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, More Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and More Tales to Chill Your Bones. And some of these short scary stories may have a little humor to them, and I will also be reading them in order as they are in the books as well. So, what do you say we get started, shall we? Our first story is called... Oh jeez. I remember this one too. The Big Toe. Get ready. A boy was digging at the edge of the garden when he saw a big toe. He tried to pick it up, but it was stuck to something. He gave it a good hard jerk, and it came off in his hand. Then he heard something groan and scamper away. The boy took the toe into the kitchen and showed it to his mother. "It looks nice and plump," she said. "I'll put it in the soup and we'll have it for supper." That night, his father carved the toe into 3 pieces and they each had a piece. Then they did the dishes, and when it got dark, they went to bed. The boys fell asleep almost at once, but in the middle of the night, a sound awakened him. It was something out in the street. It was a voice, and it was calling to him. "Where is my toe?" it groaned. When the boy heard that, he got very scared. But he thought, "It doesn't know where I am. It never will find me." Then he heard the voice once more, only now it was closer. "Where is my toe?" it groaned. The boy pulled the blankets over his head and closed his eyes. "I'll go to sleep," he thought. "When I wake up, it will be gone." But soon he heard the back door open, and again he heard the voice. "Where is my toe?" it groaned. Then the boy heard footsteps move through the kitchen into the dining room, into the living room, into the front hall. Then slowly they climbed the stairs. Closer and closer they came. Soon they were in the upstairs hall. Now they were outside his door. "Where is my toe?" the voice groaned. His door opened. Shaking with fear, he listened as the footsteps slowly moved through the dark toward his bed. Then they stopped. "Where is my toe?" the voice groaned.
"You got it!"
Well, I guess he found out where his toe was. Whew. Let's move on to the next short scary story, shall we? Our next story is called The Walk. My uncle was walking down a lonely dirt road one day. He came upon a man who was also walking down that road. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was scared of my uncle, and my uncle was scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and it began to get dark. The man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at that man. The man was very scared of my uncle, and my uncle was very scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and they came to a big woods. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was really scared of my uncle, and my uncle was really scared of that man. But they kept on walking, and deep down into the woods they went. It was getting darker, and the man looked at my uncle, and my uncle looked at the man. The man was terribly scared of my uncle, and my uncle was terribly scared of
The man!
Oh man. Oh geez. Whew. Well, that does it for this first episode of Scary Stories with Bob. Hopefully I didn't scare you all too much. But please, join me again next time for my next episode, as I will have more short scary stories to tell you all. So, I'll see you soon.